Hello, everyone. Today is November 24th, 2021. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president. I hope you're having a great day, one day before a national holiday. So hopefully you're getting yourself ready and you're going to have fun tomorrow and Friday and this weekend, this long weekend with your family. I want you to know that Local 1000 has not forgotten about anyone. We're always here for you. And I want people to know that even though we're going through this national holiday and everyone celebrates this holiday in their own special way, which is a reflection of their values and of their family, I want you to know that Local 1000, we're still working hard for you. Yes, we are. Now, as you can see, you don't see my face. And, I could be a robot. I could be Richard Lewis Brown 2.0. And I know a lot of people don't want me as the president of Local 1000, and we respect that. But we must honor and respect the voters. And so before we get started today with this video, this Facebook Live video, normally on Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we do a live Facebook video. Local 1000 listens to you, but we know that this is a day before a holiday. So tonight's video, Facebook Live, was canceled so the staff can enjoy their families. So I'm starting early today. And the first thing I want to say is this. As you can see, you see a sign that's up. Keep California Correctional Center open. You see it up, don't you? Oh, yes, you do. That means a lot to me. And so even though I'm not able to be in Lansing County and they're not down here with me right now, I want Lansing County and the CCC and the High Desert, and I want all the prisons up and down the state to know. I see you, I respect you, I love you, and I love everyone represented by our union equally. And I know when you work behind the prison walls, it's a 24/7 shop. You work around the clock. And to those custodians around the state, I see you as well. And to those who work in the state hospitals, and to those in Caltrans who work around the clock, I see you. And any job classification that I have failed to mention that work around the clock, Local 1000 acknowledges you and we treasure you like we treasure everyone else represented by our union. So I wanted to say that because it means a lot to me. Now, when I do videos, I always do something a little different. So I would highly encourage everyone, next Wednesday night, what day is that? I think it's the 1st. Make sure you watch at 6:30. Make sure you watch. It's going to be very, very fun. All right, so this video is about laughing and having fun. In fact, anyone who's watching, if you want to come on the camera and speak about your family, your children, what you do during this holiday, if you want to say something about the union, good or bad, that's fantastic. I'll bring you on. And normally, when I do the Wednesday night Zooms, we do it on the Zoom so people log on. But the people who watch me live on Facebook, they're not able to really interact with me. And sometimes I can't keep up with the comments while I'm, doing the Zoom and taking notes with people's questions and writing the answers down. So anybody who wants to come on, just, send me a quick text. I see certain people, I see DLC 799 President DeLone Johnson, he's watching. And I saw someone else, Lizzie Perez and Nicole Chris. So when you say come on camera, let me know that you're serious and I'll bring you on for a few minutes and we'll talk live in front of everyone. And if anyone has any questions, I will try to answer you live as well. We're doing this a little different. So you don't see my face. If you want to see my face to make sure it's the real Richard Lewis Brown, then I'll put the camera back on me. But you see, I have the camera pointing at state employee solidarity for state workers. We must unify our union, regardless of our, quote, internal squabbles, We must have solidarity in our union so we can negotiate a great contract in 2023. Our current contract expires on June 30th, 2023. So in the springtime, in 2023, that's when we really start to sit down with the state of California. As you know, we've been already having a side letter agreement conversation about permanent telework. We still have not come to a deal yet because we're trying to get you the very best deal regarding telework. And we're not just going to accept anything the state of California wants us to take because we're a union. We're a 50-50 partner in this relationship with the state of California. Now, you don't know that because you've never been treated like that before. But since I'm your president and I'm your chief negotiator of the contract and of bargaining, the state of California will treat us with the same level of respect that they treat themselves. The state of California will treat us with the same level of respect that they treat the state legislators. So when we lost 2 days of pay for that whole fiscal year, this past fiscal period, and we were scheduled to lose 2 days again in this current fiscal period, the state legislators did not have to go through that. See, they were able to prioritize and protect their money. And when they protected their money, they were able to protect their families. See how that works? So if you can protect your money, now you have the resources, the financial resources to protect your family. That's how that works. And a union will always do a contract and secure that contract for a specified period of time with certain wages, substantial wages, and to make sure they have a safe working environment. Which leads to the second sign: raises, rights, respect for state workers. So you notice, wow, well, I'm feeling it today. I'm feeling it today. Praise God. You notice what I just said, and I did not script this, falls right in line with the sign: raises. Then came your rights and the respect. But the first thing they said was your raises, your money. Your money. In this country, if you want to know how someone feels about you, take a look at how they pay you. Take a look at your money. And so that's why you have raises. And with your money comes the rights to protect those raises, to protect those raises, to protect your money. A secured contract that you must enforce regardless of the economic situation. You sign a contract, you stick with it. And then with your money, with the enforcement of your contract, now you have their respect. Their respect in the workplace because they're paying you a certain level of money. And you're enforcing your contract. And in our next contract, we're not going to let the state dictate our dignity. We're not going to let them decide about our dignity on 5.11. That will never be ever again in the future Local 1000 contract when I'm your chief negotiator, Richard Lewis Brown. That's a guarantee. They will not dictate or decide what is appropriate for your dignity in the workplace. We're not having that. And now you will see as you go over to the third sign, I don't want to strike, but I will. It should say I will if I have to. Those three signs, starting with state employee solidarity, then the money, and then the ability to go on strike. Notice how I don't want to strike. That came after the raises and the rights and respect. Because when you negotiate in good faith and you are doing the right thing, if the state doesn't do the same to give you, quote, give you the respect to have a safe workplace, to have those raises. But when I say give you, I don't mean like they're your boss. What I mean is they give you by saying, yes, we're going to bargain in good faith and negotiate with you. That's what the word give means. But for some people, the word gives means that they're controlling you, that they're your boss. But that is not the case. If you watch our Local 1000 leadership, you'll hear them say this repeatedly over and over and over again. The state didn't want to give you anything. They didn't want to give us that. That means you don't have a labor union. You're not negotiating with strength and from power. And the only way you do that, to negotiate with strength and power, after you reach a legal impasse, you take a strike vote, and the strike vote came back yes. Number 3, you must go on strike. That's the only way. And now, when I say these things to you the day before a national holiday, you'll see the effort of quote, the apparent feeling of distress and of the apparent feeling that the status quo is being removed from the Union. And that's exactly what is happening. It's being removed. That is what is happening. And this is why you see your Local 1000 president under attack. They knew their time was up. Not the entire board of directors, but some of them. They knew their time was up. And that's why they're using this effort to, quote, remove me. And they're doing it illegally. And they're disrespecting the voice of the people, of our members who voted in this election. This was the second highest turnout. The highest turnout was in 2011 election. This election was the second highest turnout in Local 1000 history. This was a very important election. We had 5 different people, including myself, run for president. Never before had you had so many people try to run to lead the largest public sector union in the state of California. That tells you how important this election was. It tells you where we're at in this country. That's what it's telling you. And so when you look at these signs that I have the camera on, state employee solidarity, raises rights and respect. I should say pictures, not signs. And then I don't want to strike, but I will. Those 3 signs kind of lays it out for you really quickly. Really quickly. Now, I said we're going to have fun today. I had fun yesterday, and we're going to have fun today. As you know, there is only one transparent leader in Local 1000. You're looking at him. I've been the most transparent person that's ever been involved in this union, in its history. I was challenged a couple weeks ago by Michael Gus to put up the credit card information on myself. But I did Michael Gus one better. I put up the credit card information as far back as I could possibly go for all the statewide officers. That's what I did. And I hope people are looking into those Excel sheets, that information, and making copies. I really do. And I know a lot of people have questions about the charges that I made. And it makes me laugh and smile. They are demanding answers. Richard, why are you at the day spa? You know, are you so full of yourself that you use our money to go to the day spa? And everybody wants me to answer that question. $3,000 at the day spa. Well, you have to wait till next Wednesday night. Stay tuned. You know, they're talking about the Spring Valley or Spring Clinic or whatever. That was in West Sacramento. They're talking about that. They want to know why I was over there doing that. You know I got the answer. It's going to make you laugh. It's going to make you smile. I can guarantee you that. So that's going to come next Wednesday night. And so the reason why I'm not going into the definition or explaining all of my credit card charges or the charges that people are currently looking at is because I want to show people on Facebook something, and I want to show people across America something. People are so quick to judge in today's society. They're so quick to condemn me because they know I'm going to create a new culture for Local 1000. And they know that my approval rating is going up and up and up. And that's why they're doing everything and anything they can to bring me down, down, and down. But you know, my faith is in God through Jesus Christ. They don't like when I say that. That's fair. But I'm going to show you on Facebook how people are running amok. Now, you know there's a rumor that the Day Spa for Black Men is affiliated with the Black Lives Matter movement, and they're currently under indictment by the FBI. And that's a rumor on Facebook, or that's what I'm being told. And I'm being told that all of my spending was unnecessary. Now listen to this. All those years of other people, but they're focused on me. And I've been here since June 30th. Now, someone said, well, Richard, why were you in Tel Aviv, Israel? You know, you're supposed to be getting your essential worker premium pay. Why did you take a trip to Tel Aviv, Israel? And then they asked me, the person called and said, and when you went to Israel, why did you go to Rome, Italy? We don't even have a permanent telework agreement yet, but you're traveling to Rome, Italy. Why did you do that, Richard? I don't understand, Richard. Help me understand this. Then someone said that I used the credit card to pay the mortgage on my home. And so I'm going to have to answer these questions next Wednesday night. You want to know, why did Richard use his credit card or the company credit card to pay the mortgage on his home? And why was he going to Tel Aviv, Israel? Why did he go to Rome, Italy? You're asking yourself that question. People are asking, how could he do that? Now, you read the stuff in Sac B, the Sacramento Bee. I wouldn't get any honey from them. I really wouldn't. They ran with the story, too, about the $3,000 and, why is he at the French laundry getting his clothes dry clean? Why does he have to look so professional in his videos? Some people say that the way I've been treated since I've arrived is the way a petulant child treats a situation that he or she can't control. That's what some people say. I'm doing the right thing, and I know I am. And I'm going to explain to you next Wednesday night about Tel Aviv and Rome. I'm going to explain it to you. You say, well, Richard, why did you go? Just tell us now. No, I'm going to make you wait. I want you to think about, what you're hearing in these rumors off the credit card, that I took a trip to Tel Aviv, Israel, and I went to Rome, Italy. They're both I's, Israel, Italy. All right. But you want to know why I went to those places. Now, we're going to talk about that next Wednesday night, 6:30. As you know, we're having a board meeting on December 18th and 19th, and I've invited all of our membership to come down. Even represent employees who don't pay money. You can come down too, to 300 J Street, Holiday Inn, Sacramento. Starts at 8, ends at 3, both days. You get a chance to meet me. If you want to shake my hand, if you want to yell at me and scream at me, I'm here for you. You'll get a chance to meet the entire board. 65 one of us. 65 board of directors. I don't like that term because it's a term used by a corporation. And I thought we were fighting the corporations because corporations don't believe in pensions. No, they don't. So anyway, you'll get a chance to come down to meet all 65 of us. 65 of us because I've called for the board meeting. I'm the president. It's my meeting. It's the third meeting of the year for the policy file. I called for the meeting. You'll see everyone show up. And you'll see all the presidents, 51 DLC presidents, and the 10 bunk chairs. They'll all sit around the table, and I'll be at the head of the table with the VPs. You'll get a chance to witness this. Oh, yes. Yes. Wait, I see Nicole Chris. If she wants to come on camera, just send me a text or let me know for sure, and I'll bring you on. So you'll get a chance to see this, and you'll get a chance to ask questions to your DLC president. Because remember our PowerPoint presentation, the DLC presidents, a vast majority of them, they're not in contact with their DLC. The people in their DLCs don't know what these DLC presidents and bunk chairs are doing. They don't. We did a PowerPoint a couple weeks ago, the DLC president survey. The numbers were true. So December 18th and 19th, you'll get a chance to come down to the Holiday Inn. You get a chance to meet me on both days. Talk to me. Share your concerns with me. You get a chance to address the board. It's going to be a fantastic time because this is the first time in Local 1000 history where everyone's going to know about this board meeting. It's not going to be a secret. Like the election we just had. Many people have contacted me and said, We didn't even know there was an election. Our DLC president who ran again, we didn't know they were running again for president. That's why 33 of the 51 DLC presidents, listen to how I say this, 33 of them ran unopposed. They ran unopposed, 33 out of 51. That's funny because I won rounded by 34%. 34%. And when you take the difference between 51 and 33, we have 18. That's interesting. Many people felt that I won the election in 2018. Many people. All right, so Nicole Chris is still saying bring them on camera. So I'm going to bring her on and see if she comes on. Let's say send invite. This person you invited needs to download the latest version. Okay, so she doesn't have the latest version, so I can't bring her on to join the live video room, Nicole Chris. Okay, so I see a Lizzie Perez. I'll try to bring her on. You set the audience to public. Anyone can see your. Okay, so send invite. So they don't have the latest version, huh? All right, sorry. I'll try to bring on Delone. So it appears that people don't have the latest version to come on. Okay, I'll try this next person. Oh, alrighty then. DLC 768 President Cheryl Allen. So we're trying to add her on right now. So it's adding, so give us a few moments. So, hold on. All right, so we're trying to add it. It's taking a minute. So anyway, once she's added, I'll bring her right on. But the great thing about the board meeting is everyone will get a chance to meet people. Because sometimes when you talk to people over the phone or you see them on Facebook, you get that persona. But when you meet them in person, now you can feel their energy, you can feel their spirit. And now you can really decide, hey, I've been watching this person over a period of time, and now I see things for what they really are, or you may already have known what they were about. All right, so no answer from the live video guest. Okay, so that didn't work. All right, so maybe she's having problems. All right, so I'll bring on a Catherine Thongban. I'll try her. Let's see what happens here. Wait a minute. All right, so we're trying to Catherine. Let's see if she gets added on. All right, so she declined. Oh, I guess everybody's kind of shy today. Huh, interesting. Okay, Deborah Ward. We'll try to bring her on. Let's see what happens. She doesn't have the latest version. Wow. All right, so here, I'll bring on AJ. Let's see if he has it. He doesn't have the latest version. So it appears that people don't have the latest version of Facebook. No worries. I always do things differently in my videos. So today I'll try to bring people on, and someone may come on while I'm talking and ask to come on, and I'll be able to hit it, and they can come on and share the screen with me. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do to let you know for sure that it's me. So here, let me come over here, and I'm trying to turn the camera around. Hold on one second here. Okay, it's me. So now the camera's on me now. But I wanted to highlight those signs, and of course, to keep California Correctional Center open. I want to highlight that to let the people in Lansing County know I have not forgot them. And their prison has not closed. It's tied up in court. So the idea that they're going to be closed down really early and really quickly, that has not happened. That's a victory for Local 1000. It's also a victory for Local 1000 that everybody doesn't have to be COVID vaccinated. Y'all forgot about that victory, but that's okay. I don't like to, people say, Richard, talk about all the victories you got. But that is a big victory. We filed an unfair labor practice. We met with PERB and CalHR. And for non-healthcare workers out of CDCR, you don't have to be vaccinated. And you don't have to be COVID tested if your religious exemption or your medical accommodation is accepted. Now, for those healthcare workers in CDCR, I have not forgot about you. We'll be meeting with CalHR next week to talk about that issue about, CDCR trying to mandate that you get vaccinated. You thought I forgot. I have not forgot CDCR. I have not forgotten you. And I mean that from sincerity in my heart. Now, unity for Local 1000. If you believe in unity for Local 1000 and you believe in our democratic process, I'm asking you to send an impact statement letter to me saying that the bylaws and the policy files should not be changed. Because the only reason why there are certain people on the board who are trying to change this is because they cannot accept my election victory. And they're trying to convince you and everyone on Facebook that I'm part of the Freedom Foundation and the Right to Work and any other type of organization that's anti-union. And they use for the fact that I went on Fox News. They don't tell you about 97.5, the black urban station here in Sacramento that I went on a few weeks ago. Here's the problem in our country. If you only go to places that welcome you, you're not growing. And you can't grow membership by only going to where people welcome you. You have to go everywhere. Everywhere. I will go on Fox News. I will go on NBC, CBS, and of course my favorite, CNN. Because the message that I have is a righteous one. And it's not based on race or religion, ethnicity. It's about union financial justice and having a safe working condition absent of bad behaving egotistical supervisors. That's what I'm on. That's what a labor union does. That's what a labor leader does. A labor leader does not get caught up in politics. Now, we know that money is politics. We know that getting respect in the workplace is politics. But that is germane to the success and to the foundation of a union, period. Not social justice, not environmental justice, financial justice. It's about a 21% pay increase across the board for everyone represented by Local 1000. And for some of you, it may not be enough. I apologize ahead of time. Some of you have said, Richard, support the CCRAs, Correctional Case Records Analysts, who have not been paid correctly, well, on paper since 2008, but their money hasn't been right since 1998. I've heard the HEFNs, Health Facilities Evaluator Nurses, say, support us, Richard Lewis Brown. And I am. 1000%. CCRAs and HEFNs and my transportation engineering technicians. I'm supporting you 1000%. And you know it. I'm going to support this union because as the leader of this union, we're going to fight for everyone equally. And we're not going to let anyone push us around. And we're not going to let anyone say, give up your money while under a signed contract. That will never happen again. In fact, every contract going forward, it's going to state in there. The jobs underneath this contract, the jobs covered by this contract will not be dismissed, will not be let go, will not be terminated. I hope you're listening, DMV, because I'm listening to you. Every contract going forward, the language, we will not be furloughed, nor will we give up our money for a, quote, POP. There will be no financial reduction, voluntarily or involuntarily, while under a signed contract going forward. And every contract going forward will be like that, whether I'm the president or not. Wow. Speaking of a policy file change, maybe that should be in the policy file. No reduction of money or job loss while under a signed contract, regardless of who the Local 1000 president is. And you thought it was all about me. I told you I had your back. I know what I'm doing. Someone said it should be in the policy file that the policy file cannot be changed. The bylaws cannot be changed unless that DLC president has gotten the support through his or her DLC by a transparent vote. And the same for the bunk chairs. And that way, you don't have to worry about a bunk chair or a DLC president, district labor council, or bargaining unit negotiating chair going willy-nilly and fulfilling their own selfish desires versus representing yours. Now, remember, when I ran, my platform was voted on by the voters. I didn't run just for a particular DLC. I ran across all 51 DLCs, all 730 plus job classifications, which is going to include, quote, 9, well, actually all 10 bargaining units. I want you to hear me when I say this to you. Remember, I'm your chief negotiator. See, there's a number of reasons why they want to remove me. Number one, they can't accept my election victory because what it showed you, I gotta write this down, this is good. They can't accept my election victory because they weren't unified. They had no strategy to win. Number two, it shows their level of hypocrisy because some of these so-called Local 1000 leaders tell you to accept the victory of Gavin Newsom in 2018 and of our current US President, Joseph Biden, but yet they can't accept my victory. That's their hypocrisy, and they did this by having their illegal, out-of-order, insurrectionist coup at the Democratic headquarters in downtown Sacramento, October 16th through the 17th. So their hypocrisy is being shown. 3, they're also showing they're racist and that they're sexist. And homophobic. The statements that DOC 786 vice president at the time, now she's the president, Teresa Taylor said about me, those racist, sexist, homophobic statements. And if you noticed, when they talk about my behavior and my demeanor, nobody on that board, wait a minute, 98% of that board did not say anything. There were a couple who said to me, Richard, it's not right what she said. A couple. And I know who they are. That board did not have an emergency board meeting to correct her behavior. They did nothing. In fact, this illegal, out of order, insurrectionist board meeting they had, she ran the meeting. The person that said all the vulgar things about me ran the meeting. That tells you, like I told you a long time ago, they did all that to cover up for what she did. Now let's get to the money, because the money drives everything. The number one reason why they're trying to run me out, other than me being an outspoken, educated black man and a veteran of the country, U.S. Air Force, the money. They don't want you to have a 21% pay increase. Let me say this for you again, because I've been holding back on this one. They don't want you to have a 21% pay increase. So they have to remove me and remove my power, because they don't want me to be the chief negotiator, because they know I will stand up to this governor. They know it. You know it. The public knows it. SAC-B even knows that. They don't want you to have the money, because in order to get the money, we must shut down the fourth largest economy on earth. They don't want to rock the boat, because they tell you that the politicians are our bosses, and the bosses tell them, this is what we're going to do for you. Take these little crumbs and be happy about it. And don't you go on strike, because you have a no strike clause. But they don't tell them, oh, your contract is expired. They don't tell them that part, because your so-called wannabe Local 1000 leaders, some of them don't read. Okay? They don't read. And whatever the state tells them to do, they just bend their backs over and they do it. They don't stand up strong. They don't put their chest out, and they don't put that tone in their voice and say, enough is enough. They don't do it. It's not in them. It will never be in them. They're not real leaders. We're having fun today. We're having fun. Oh, yes, we are. See, it's always fun when you can really expose people for what they are. But Facebook is helping me expose them. You never heard from these people. You never heard of these people. You didn't know who they were until I showed up on the scene. And now all of a sudden, here they come. Like petulant pests. I said like. I didn't say they were. I said they're like petulant pests. Like. I didn't say you were. I said you're like petulant pests. No one knew who you were. No one knew how you thought. You remember when I used to ask those other candidates who were running for president and for the other statewide positions to debate me in 2018? You couldn't find them. You couldn't find them in 21. But now you see some of these individuals wanting to do a lot of talk on Facebook. You know who you are. Oh, yes, you do. Trying to give out the impression that you're strong, that you're a leader, that you care. Listen to this. You know this money we lost, those 2 days of pay, that the former president and the bunk chairs and the bunk team decided to give up? Remember that? Ask yourself, if Richard was my president at that time, would you have lost any money? No. No. See, this comes down to money. Here's the other thing. All the money that was being spent in a fraudulent fashion, possibly, you don't have to worry about that with me. I spend money, you say $51,000 to protect the jobs in Lansing County. They said that was wrong. $55,000 to give you information to make an informed decision on the CalPERS election for those two candidates. They tell you that was wrong. You didn't even, listen to this, you didn't even know who Local 1000 had endorsed. They kept you in the dark. The board didn't even know who had been endorsed for the CalPERS election. They keep you in the dark. They kept you in the dark. And they want to keep you in the dark by removing me. I'm writing this down because this is good. Listen to this. I'm going to tell you something else that I've never said on video. The reason why they have to rush to remove me from office, election year is next year in 22. Somebody needs some money to run for re-election. At least, that's what they say. Oh, we have a CalPERS election, I think, next year. Wait, I'm confused. Hold on. Hey, the next time you're on Facebook, ask DLC 786 President Teresa Taylor, ask her if she's running for CalPERS election next year. You should ask her. Ask her who's funding her campaign. You should ask her how long was she on union leave from 2015 up to now and who paid for it, and have her show you the documentation. But she won't. She won't tell you the truth that she's going to try to run next year to keep her seat on the CalPERS board. If I'm being told correctly. If the election is next year, which I'm pretty sure it is, she's not going to answer you on Facebook, but she'll talk all this stuff about me. She'll talk a bunch of hot garbage, you know, in addition to her racist, sexist, homophobic statements. See, they have to get me out of here so that when she runs for re-election, they can take your money, your dues-paying money, and fund her campaign through her friend Bill. But Bill doesn't care because in Bill's mind, he's the chair in his imaginary mind. And now he needs his salary stipend. Oh, you thought I missed it. And other politicians running next year, they need Local 1000's money. So they got to get Richard out of here. Oh, yes, they do. Now, let me go let me go off road for a second. Then I'm gonna come back on the road. So in other words, I'm going off road. I'm going four-wheeling. The Heffins have been going through hell for years. I saw the emails this morning, Heffins. I'm at work. I saw the emails. I made a phone call. I'm not ignoring you. Trust me. Some people say some things, some people say other things. I'm watching the email thread. Trust me, Heffins, I got your back. Now, back on road, back to the pavement. Next year, politics, money, Local 1000. Remember, I ran on the platform. I said, no political spending. I should have said, quote, social justice political spending. But I told you in a professional manner, nothing non-germane, only issues germane to our contract, to our survival. Tim Draper is germane. We will fight Tim Draper's ballot initiative to destroy public sector unions in the state of California. And we won't fight that initiative alone. We'll have all the other unions join us, and we'll join them. That's easy. That's common sense. Any initiative for outsourcing state jobs? Done. We'll fight that. You said, well, that's political. You said you wouldn't be involved in politics. No, go back and read what I said in my brochure. And don't let these people on Facebook confuse you. They're not stupid. They know exactly what they're doing. I said issues germane to the union we'll be involved in. Nothing non-germane to the union we won't be involved in. That's what I said. Hold me to it. Now, what's the final reason why they have to remove me? You know what that reason is? I provide hope through transparency. I provide hope through transparency. They don't want you to have any hope. They want to keep things the way they are. See, when I said integrity, courage, and vision through transparency, I meant that. When I tell you that real Americans fight, I meant that. And even though my family came over here years ago, not as immigrants, we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. This is why they got to get me out of here. And I said I was going to have fun today, and I am having fun. You're going to keep praying for me. You're going to keep helping me. You're going to keep being encouraged. I work with some amazing people here at Local 1000. You said, well, all those people over there, are they that good? They are. Do you have all their support? No, I don't. Staff. I have some staff support, and other staff, they don't care for me. I know who you are. Hope you're watching. I'm very observant. I've laid out the long list of why they have to get me out of here, but it comes down to money, and money provides hope. And so I've done this video. I may do another one later. I don't know. Depends if the Spirit leads me to do it or not. You can't game plan for me. See, all the smart people, all the analytical people, you're so smart and you're so professional and you're so dignified, but yet you couldn't enforce our contract. You couldn't enforce the contract. You couldn't win an election. And the election was easy to win. The essential worker premium pay, that money has been in the state surplus for months. Permanent telework that started that conversation in September 2020, that could have been done before I got to office. All these things could have been done. And I wouldn't be sitting here right now. But they were not done. Why? You tell me why. Now, I've given you more transparency since June 30th than you've ever had in your entire life with Local 1000. You'll never, ever, ever have a union president like me. I'm a one-of-a-kind type cat. You'll never see no one like me ever again. Hold on to me while you can. All that transparency, the Form 990s, our tax returns that tell you that we're a nonprofit, mutual benefit, 501c5, the credit card charges. And I'm going to give you more financial transparency. See, a lot of these people think that they have the privilege to have access to special information. And then they'll turn around with that special information that they, quote, think they have, and then they'll run out and put their spin on it and tell you. Now, I'm going to tell you everything. Whatever they have, you're going to have too. So you'll be able to make an informed decision on who's telling you the truth and who's not. Now, you notice this whole video, I haven't called anyone a liar. I said we're going to have fun today. I haven't called no one a liar. See, some people have their ability, listen to my words very carefully when I say this. Some people have the ability to cope with life by doing different things. Cope. Some people have the ability to cope with life by doing different things. A lot of people you see on Facebook, they have their way of coping with my election victory. And oftentimes these same people are people that I've helped. Let me drop a name for you. Oh, I won't do that today. It's the holiday. There are people on Facebook who cope with my election victory by saying different things about me. And they know it's not true. And they parade themselves like they're so sincere. It's all about the members and they really care. You never heard these people until I showed up. Because it's about the money. I'm disrupting the money. That's what I'm doing. I'm disrupting the money so much. I'm causing so much hope to be restored to Local 1000 for the very first time. Restored, but for the first time. Restored because they had put hope in it before, but they were never confident of the hope they had put into an organization that they truly wasn't confident of. So when I say restore, the hope's coming back. But you never had confidence that it was going to work to begin with. And that's why I say for the first time, I'm on fire today. I feel it. I'm working today. That's why. And the people on Facebook, they know it. And they're trying to spread this message of evilness because they're trying to destroy the hope that we're creating for Local 1000. And we're having fun creating this hope because I create fun-filled videos. That's what I do because I'm coming in the spirit of righteousness. And I don't have to always be 1000% serious. I can come and laugh and crack and make jokes, and you know I'm making jokes. You know I'm having fun because I'm going to inspire you and touch your heart and give you the tools that you need to touch other people's hearts. You should really come to the board of directors meeting on December 18th and 19th. You'll come down, you'll meet me, you'll challenge me to a courageous, controversial conversation about anything in life. And I even do you one better, I'll bring you on the video with me because I can share the spotlight. Can you? Can you articulate in 2 minutes or less your viewpoint? I know I can. I'm ready for TV. Are you? See, when they had that secret board meeting, you know, they tell you, well, it wasn't secret. People knew what we were doing. No, you told who you wanted to tell about the board meeting. In fact, did you tell the entire board about that board meeting? Did you give them an invite? Really? And so the people who say that everybody knew about that board meeting on October 16th and 17th, and they sent an invitation to the entire board, are you willing to sign that affidavit and have it notarized? Are you? Really? And on that board meeting, that insurrectionist board meeting that you did, that I didn't call for, that's irregular, out of order, who knows what you did that board meeting? Did you release that Zoom video? Did you? Huh? You sent the meeting notes. I posted that because I'm transparent. I want people to know about your out of order behavior. Release the video. Since you're so proud of what you've done, release your video so we can see all of you in action. But you're not going to release that Zoom video from Saturday because you didn't have your quorum then. And I bet you, if you release that video from Sunday, I bet you didn't have the quorum there either. You say, well, we had a parliamentarian there, Lorenzo Suestis, and he made things right. But who paid? Who paid him? Where'd the money come from? How did Lorenzo Suestis get paid? You remember the election in 2000, and there was a conflict of who won the U.S. president, and the last state that had to be counted that was going to decide the election was Florida. And so President Bush, he won the election. The governor at the time of Florida was his brother. And so the race is all caught up. It's all tied. And the state that's going to break the tie is one of the candidate's brother's home state. And he's the governor. He better win that election. So think about this. You didn't use the parliamentarian that Local 1000 has used for years. You went out and grabbed you another parliamentarian. Nothing wrong with that. And then you won't show us the video. But you think that we can trust you. At least with my behavior and stuff, I'm on video. I'm live and unedited, unscripted, unrehearsed. You don't see nobody around me. Ain't no notes around me. I'm going live. There's no one backing me. Because remember, I won the election with not one vote from that board of directors. Not one. Not one. Because I had the membership rocking with me. They said, hey, we're going to vote for Richard. We know he ain't going to win, but we're going to vote for him anyway. What? He won? Oh, my God. We call him and see if he answers his phone. You did that secret meeting because you're trying to destroy the hope of people in Local 1000. And all the things that you say, about all the things that you say I'm doing wrong, when everybody knows in their heart, Richard's not doing anything wrong. Richard may have to, bring it back a little bit, act more presidential. I'm not doing anything wrong, and you know it. Your spirit knows it. And more importantly, your spouse knows. Your spouse also knows. Your spouse talks about me. Hey, what is Richard saying? Your spouse knows. Even your own animal knows. That secret board meeting trying to destroy the hope of positive energy in Local 1000. And so when people tell you, Richard, focus on the issues, I am focused on the issues while I'm also focused on internal politics. I can multitask, can't you? People say, don't even respond to the board and all their, quote, negativity. But the whole board's not doing it. Some of the people on the board is doing it. And they say, well, don't even respond to them. No, no, no. You must call out evilness for what it is. And you say, well, two wrongs don't make it right, Richard. When you add two negative numbers together, you're absolutely right. Two negative numbers added together goes deeper into the negative. You are absolutely 1000% right. But let me educate you, because I'm coming from a higher source. I've been sent here righteously from the sky. And when you take two negative numbers and you multiply it through the grace of God, through Jesus Christ, bingo, bingo, it becomes positive because of the power of multiplication when it's done through righteousness' sake. And that's why it's a time for peace and a time for war. I told you I'm rocking and rolling today. I'm feeling it. Oh, I'm feeling it. Them words is falling. Praise God. Because I didn't know if I could do a video today or not. I didn't know if the words would come. And for every video, I pray to God through Jesus Christ. I said, God, lay me out through your eternal Son. Lay me out and give me the words. Give me the ability to go into that righteous spirit world and to deliver a message of a lifetime today on November 24th, 2021. And to those who watch at the beginning, fantastic. To those who watch in the middle, fantastic. To those who just come on, fantastic. And to those very few who watch the entire message and not just the first or the middle or the end, I sincerely thank you. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, and I'm not going anywhere as the Local 1000 president. My powers are fully vested, and they're going to stay that way. We are not going to let these people, some of these so-called Local 1000 board of directors, take away your voice. You voted, you believe in the 10-point platform. I am here, and I'm going to do my job. And don't worry about my rest and my eating habits. I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to be just fine. You keep praying for me, I'll pray for you. And for those who don't believe in God, I'm going to give you my gold. And I hope you can give me the gold back, called the golden rule. All right, it's been fun. I may do a video later. I don't know. We'll just have to play it by ear. I'm Richard Lewis Brown, your Local 1000 president. Today is November 24th, 2021. It has been a true pleasure. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.